Are you ready to learn a really fun piece by Dennis Alexander and Amy Greer called Roadrunner? It does say as fast as possible, but as you know, because you study piano, that we never start something fast. We start at a reasonable tempo and teach our fingers and hands and arms how to move, and then with that comes speed. I will play this for you pretty fast though so you can hear it. It's really fun. Okay, we're gonna slow it down quite a bit. We're going to take a look at that picture on page 19 and we're going to look at where our hands are. So we have middle C is on finger 4, 3 is on D, and 2 is on E. Go ahead and play this as a cluster. And play this as a cluster. The black key's right above it, right? So you have this sort of strange sound with them all together. Go ahead and try that. Good. What we're going to work on, and I want you to notice something, you can really see it clearly on the picture here. I'm not like this, okay? My fingers are different lengths. The 4 and the 2 are similar length. 3 is a little longer. Notice when I place it on the piano, they look like that too. Thumb is off the piano. That is correct. That way I'm not twisting. You see, this is a twist. That is not. I keep my arm and fingers together. So if you're not sure, just go like this, go like that, and then plop them up here and say my arm feels like it's with my fingers. Now, same is going to be true for the right hand. Most of the time, I encourage my students to play on the edge of the keys, but if I did that here, I'd be really twisted. So it's going to look more like this. 3 is going to be the longest. 4 is actually going to be in front of the 2. That is correct, not that. Okay, so that's just positioning. Okay, we're getting our fingers to really drop as if you have this pencil underneath your knuckles, just like this. Give it a little drops. Little drops. The hand and the arm will drop the fingers. So we're going to start with C, D, and E. C, D, E, and then the black keys. Going to have to give that a try. Good. You're going to do that 3 sets. The song is in 6/8, so each 8th note gets 1 beat. We're not really concerned about counting this through, but we want to make sure we understand that. There are 6 in each measure. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here's the second set. Third set. So you can get each finger to feel exactly the same when it's dropping. Great. Now we're going to do the ending of that line where it's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. The second one is shorter. You might have noticed I did that. It has a sideways V and a dot underneath. That means accent plus staccato. So I'm going to count this. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Very good. Measure 5 is exactly the same as the beginning, but we have a surprise ending. So I'm going to do the whole thing for you, and you can do it back to me. So you're going to play the bottom of the 3 black keys that are 1, 2 sets down from where you were. So practice that. It's this kind of motion getting there. It's a fan. It's not a jolt, okay? So I would practice this like this. From the word running and darting, the last set, running, fast, running, fast. Great. Now you're going to stay down there. Finger 4 is going to take over that same note. Now we're switching. Right hand has the white keys, left hand has the black keys. And we get to use pedal. So we're counting. Run up the tree, 2, 3. I get in place for the next one before I play it. Up the tree, 2, 3. Run up the tree, 2, 3. Run up the tree, 2, 3. Try that. Before you do though, let me just point out something. So my hands look like they're kind of in a little bit parallel to each other here, right? Now look how my left hand is a little more perpendicular to the piano here. My right hand is not, okay? Now here, the left hand gets more like an angle, like almost I call it like the letter A, okay? Right hand is a little bit of a letter A, not too much. And then here, okay? So I would place the left hand first. So let's see, we go like this. It's just gonna kind of go a little bit more and more on an angle so it stays with itself. Right hand, you're gonna practice touching the C and E's, C and E's. It pretty much stays kind of in with itself, you know, so not straightening to the keys really, just, okay. All right, practice that and your teacher will go through that with you. Okay, measure 13 is exactly the same. And have fun with this. It's really a great piece. So what else do I want to say? Don't practice it fast. Practice it slow. Slow practicing makes fast playing fun.